Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to give some updates on Jahnay Bryan. If this is the first time you guys are hearing about her, she is a young black female woman that was last seen in LA. I believe she went missing a few days after the whole Hannah thing, but she's not originally from LA. She's originally from Pennsylvania. She was reported to have attended Cornell and graduated in May 2023, but we have some new details and revelation to that. All right, guys, so this article just came out a few days ago from the Cornell Sun. Jahnay Bryan, 2023, remains missing months after initial disappearance. Jahnay Bryan, 23, was reported missing in LA on November 19th, attracting national attention. But months after her last sighting, Bryan is yet to be located. According to the Ebony Alert issued by the LA Police Department's Missing Persons Unit, Bryan was last seen at 9 a.m. on October 16th near the 2000 block of West 8th Street in LA. Bryan's family reported her disappearance on November 13th after losing contact with her. Since that initial alert, an LAPD media relations representative wrote that there have been no updates on the case in an email to the Sun. However, Bryan's family members have not stopped looking for her. On December 10th, Bryan's family and friends distributed flyers and searched for Bryan in the area where she was last seen in conjunction with the Black and Missing Foundation. According to a press release from the foundation, former California State Senator Stephen Bradford was also present at the flyer distribution and search. In 2023, legislation authored by Bradford was passed to create the Ebony Alert, an alert system specific to cases of missing Black children and women. The Ebony Alert is activated by law enforcement in order to spread the word to the media and the public. Bryan's sister, Jahnay Bryan Gooden, told the LA Times in December 6 interview that she feels like the case wasn't taken as serious as it needed to be, after it took nearly a week for the Ebony Alert to be issued from when she reported her sister missing on November 13th. According to the interview, her sister had stopped communicating with friends and family months after she graduated from Cornell and returned to her mother in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. In April, Bryan Gooden called local police to do a wellness check, who confirmed both Bryan and her mother were still living at their home. Bryan Gooden has said that since her sister's disappearance, her mother stopped talking to her and has not been involved in the search. Bryan Gooden noted in the LA Times interview that in August, her sister sent an email to an ex-boyfriend telling him that she was moving to a new city. She further said that friends visited the neighborhood Bryan was said to be living in and confirmed seeing her. Bryan Gooden said Bryan emailed her ex-boyfriend again on October 16th, the date of her last known sighting. In this email published in News Nation, Bryan told him they should get married and wrote that, "I think we should work in industry," after supposedly contacting the commissioner of the Department of Water Management in a city. In an interview with Dateline NBC, Bryan Gooden questioned how the email wasn't even grammatically correct, but said, "I don't think that someone else would have had her email." Bryan Goodman says, I'm sure it means Bryan Gooden, said these emails were given to her by Bryan's ex-boyfriend. Bryan was set to finish her undergraduate degree at Cornell in May 2023. However, this is important, according to a university spokesperson, she did not graduate and is currently not enrolled in Cornell. Throughout her time at the university, Bryan studied chemistry, co-authored several academic papers with other Cornell researchers, and hosted her own podcast aimed at authentic and underexposed. According to the Ebony Alert issued by the LAPD listed, so forth, Bryan is described as a Black 23-year-old female with black hair and brown eyes, standing at 5 feet 7 inches and weighing approximately 125 pounds. Anyone with any information regarding Bryan's whereabouts is instructed to contact the LAPD Detective Avalos. Okay, this was also interesting to me too. There's also 2 other graduates or a Cornell student that is missing from Cornell too. I thought that was interesting. Okay, so according to that article, that university spokesperson said that Jahnay did not graduate, but this is a photo of her with her 2023 cap and gown. It seems like this is, maybe post-graduation that she actually could have walked, or maybe this was taken before the whole ceremony, but this is posted by her father. Okay, so this is the commencement announcement from Cornell University for Jahnay's graduating class. So this is like 40 pages long, but I scrolled down and was able to find Jahnay's name. So here on the very bottom of the list, you can see her name, Jahnay Altima Bryan. Okay, so the thing that's a little confusing is that if Jahnay was in the commencement announcements, those were published already, right? Obviously before they actually do the whole ceremony and walk. My question is, did she actually walk? The university spokesperson said she did not graduate. I believe that some universities still may let you walk if you're maybe like short a couple credits or so, with the assumption that you will finish those credits in the following semester. So I looked at Cornell University, and when they actually publish their graduation commencement information on their website and sends this information to graduates is in late February. So meaning that her graduation is taking place in May, so that this announcement and information is sent to the graduates in February, late February. So this is a couple months before they actually walk. So I looked on Cornell's website. If this is the student information for commencement weekend, basically I was trying to see cap and gown. I looked at cap and gown information. So it says check back in mid-January 2025 for ordering information. Obviously, timeline of events should pretty be similar to like years prior. So I'm thinking that she had ordered her cap and gown back in January, mid-January, early February, in order to have her cap and gown sent to her, with intentions that she was going to be graduating. Okay, so this was interesting to me. Going back to this photo, as you guys see, this is her cap and gown from her graduation. Again, not sure if this is actually from the ceremony or graduation. She could have easily taken photos before she actually walked, if she did walk or graduate, which from the university official spokesperson saying that she did not graduate. So my question is too, with the whole family, Jahnay, the dad, this is the dad's post, and also with the mom or any relatives, I don't really see anything about going to Jahnay's graduation, any type of celebration or ceremony, which would indicate that, she actually did graduate and, they're having a party, because it's a huge time in your life to graduate from college, especially Cornell. You would think that there'd be a huge celebration for this, but I don't see it really anywhere across social media. Okay, so another question I have too is, with the mother, as we know, that was going through financial troubles, how was college getting funded for Jahnay? Was it through her father? Was it through the mother? Was it through scholarships, through grants, things like that? Because as you know, possibly with the downfall of the mom's financial situation, it could have resulted in not being able to afford college for Jahnay. And unfortunately, I know that I heard from Jahnay that the father is not really financially funding this missing's case. So if he's not funding this, what makes us think that he's going to be funding her through college? We don't know that. But going to this and with assumption that, hey, Jahnay could have been on financial, assistance, here's some regulations for graduation for Cornell. Federal regulations require that Cornell University review the academic progress of students who apply for and or receive financial assistance. Satisfactory academic progress is comprised of 3 areas as required by federal regulations. A student must complete their degree within a specified maximum time frame, demonstrate they're progressing through their program at a pace that will ensure graduation within the maximum time frame, and achieve a GPA that is consistent with meeting graduation requirements. The purpose of measuring and enforcing these standards is to ensure financial aid recipients make progress toward graduation. This policy on SAP applies to all degree-seeking students who apply for and or receive federal financial aid and or Cornell University undergraduate scholarships and grants, whether a previous aid recipient or not. So maybe we can impose a question on the family. Was Jahnay on financial aid? Okay, so I also looked up Cornell's requirements for graduating. So academically, a student's college determines degree requirements such as residency, number of credits, distribution of credits, and grade averages. I mean, we can read through this. Non-academic requirements, conduct matters, and then financial obligations. So outstanding financial obligations will not impact the awarding of a degree otherwise earned or a student's ability to access their official transcript. However, the university may withhold issuing a diploma until any outstanding financial obligations owing to the university are satisfied. Okay, so a few things here. January is when she orders her cap and gown. February is when those commencement announcements comes out and is forwarded to the graduates. So what happened between January and February up until May when she's supposed to have her graduation ceremony? What are those things that happened? Did something happen financially where, she had obligations that she couldn't fulfill? Was it something with her GPA? Those are some questions also to be, maybe her friends that she went to Cornell with might know. Was she struggling in school, like towards the end? I mean, obviously she got her cap and gown with intentions to graduate. You know what I mean? Okay, also side note, this is posted by Roxanne Jahnay, who is Fatima's sister. She posted this on her Instagram December 9th when Jahnay went missing. This is the day before the search was happening in LA, so she had posted this to her social media. As you guys can see down below, you'll see December 9th. Again, here's like a little summary about Roxanne. This is could be totally unrelated, but it says here it was reported by Blender in 2008 and more extensively in a New York Daily News account in 2009 that Jahnay earned a bachelor's degree from Marymount Manhattan College and a master's and PhD in psychology from Cornell University. So it keeps going about how she spoke at length about them on the documentary, how she had a recording contract with Warner Music. However, later on, if you continue to read, an investigation by lawyer and journalist Ben Scheffner for Slate magazine found no evidence of Jahnay's claims. She was never signed to a Warner Music label, but was under contract to the independent label Cold Chillin' Records, which in turn was distributed by Reprise Warner Brothers Records from 87 to 92. Now listen, academic records indicate that she attended only 3 months at Marymount Manhattan College. Jahnay never earned a degree, and she is unlicensed by New York State officials to practice psychology or similar disciplines. The Daily News then ran a 5-paragraph correction. Jahnay apologized in November 2009. Okay, so I feel like that is somewhat interesting too, is that, with Jahnay not fully graduating Cornell, as said by the university spokesperson, and then you have the aunt, which is Fatima, Jahnay's mom's sister, had claimed that she graduated from Cornell but didn't graduate from Cornell. I'm probably pretty sure it's probably unrelated, but I just find it very coincidental and interesting to me. Also, if you're scrolling on the sisters' Instagram and social media, I don't really see anything else about Jahnay on there. It was just really that one-time search party thing. It's very scarce. I don't think that she posts a lot about Jahnay. And same with other people that are kind of know Fatima and Jahnay. So, besides like Janay's like close friends, but I don't really see like family members constantly posting about it, probably with the exception of JK, but that's pretty much it. Okay, so just remember, this is from the LA Times article. Brian Gooden said she was worried her sister might have been a victim of sex trafficking. Several weeks ago, someone called the phone number on Brian's missing persons poster and said they had seen her in LA living with someone whom they believed to be a pimp. When I heard that, my heart dropped, she said. Okay, so first of all, who is this person that called? Second of all, who was Jahnay seen around? And why wasn't there more information given on this? And last but not least, like I keep pushing, there needs to be a PI on this case. If it's going back towards trafficking and having to believe that she's with a pimp, there definitely needs to be a PI on this. LAPD, I think, can only do so much with their hands being tied because short staff, and also they're probably not going to see this case as important as other things that are going on, but like I'm saying, there needs to be a PI, and I'm strongly urging the family, please hire a PI. If you need to do a GoFundMe, build a GoFundMe for this so that way there's more eyes on this and that more people can help.